Hey, it's Mark Rodriguez here, and here is my brother, apparently.
I thought we've patched things up. It's been a few years here. You leave me hanging a couple. I show up at a couple cons, and I thought, hey, we're tight now, and but you leave me hanging, and you don't answer my phone calls, and you don't answer my letters.
I don't know how you got my number to begin with, or my address for letters. Yes, but this is for you people that haven't seen him in a couple of years. My brother, and by default, Johnny's brother too, Chuck Rodriguez here. And anyways, we're watching Mark and Shock. Mark's out. Wrestling Aftershock reviews were still real to me. And
we are live here at Casa del Chuck.
Yes, this is why new surroundings. So we're basically talking about Fyter Fest 2019, of course, AEW, and now we're going to be doing some predictions. It doesn't air for another hour or two, so here's our predictions, and we'll compare them later on with what really happened.
But first, we are brought to you by C4 Energy Drink.
Yes. So anyways, hey, that'd be cool. They promote us. That'd be awesome. So anyways, yeah, here are some of the matches. We'll see what's going on, and we'll just talk a bit about AEW in general here. So for the buy-in match, because I guess from now on their kickoff show is going to be called the buy-in. I mean, it made sense in Vegas, but
I really, honestly, I think it's just them trying to still differentiate from the WWE.
Yeah.
And the way as successful as their buy-in was last time, you really don't want to mess around too much with it. And because buy-in, I think, just from a business standpoint, I mean, as good as their pre-shows have been so far, I mean, they had one, but I mean, you counted the all-in pre-show.
Yeah.
It gets people to buy into the show, and it's perfect. So.
There you go. I believe it's going to be free on YouTube. A moment ago, I did see they were testing out their streaming service, which I hope it works better. Last time, the buy-in didn't kick in until maybe 15 minutes in on YouTube.
Yeah, but man, that was a great battle royal.
Yeah, it was.
Dustin Thomas. Yeah, awesome. I mean that was great seeing him, but just seeing Hangman, come out towards the end and. Yeah, but you really want to get, I mean, a lot of people crap all over these pre-shows and stuff like that, but, I think if they execute, this pre-show, and, put these type of quality matches on there, and then I really think that they're going to really continue their momentum. I just think that right now, this is probably, they're curtain jerkers, if you will, are some of the best matches on the actual show. Yeah,
actually I like some of the guys. We got to see MJF. I like Luchasaurus. He's a cool dude there.
Jungle Boy, Luke Perry's kid.
Yeah, I didn't know Luke Perry had a kid.
Yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. That kid is money, and that kid's not even anywhere near his prime. He's come, as a kid that loved Brian Pillman Sr. growing up. This is just absolutely fantastic to watch him really develop, and I hope that he is a decent part of AEW.
Yeah, they just released a shirt. There's a Jungle Boy / Luchasaurus shirt just released now.
Yeah.
And Pro Wrestling Tees, brought to you by ProWrestlingTees.com. And yeah, what was this other dude? I like seeing Glacier back in action. You gotta remember him. I'm glad he still did a little something before he got thrown out. He was one of my.
There's worse old timers, I mean, at least Glacier didn't knock himself out and blade all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, for the buy-in match, we got Michael Nakazawa versus Alex.
Nakazawa.
Yes, versus Alex Jabali in a hardcore match, and I mean, I'm giving it to Nakazawa maybe.
Via baby oil, I call Michael Nakazawa via baby oil under the 10-minute mark. It's going to be some shenanigans.
Yeah, it's a hardcore match, but I'm confused because this Alex guy, I guess he runs Fyter Fest. Because Fyter Fest, in case you guys don't know, it's supposed to be like a gaming and wrestling convention. They got some matches here. AEW got the rights to, put up a show. But, yeah, we'll see how hardcore that match is, but we're giving it to Nakazawa. So now the real match here we got the Best Friends, we got SCU, So-Called Uncensored, and Private Party going at it. And the winner advances to the All Out for an opportunity at the first round by the first round buy-in at AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament.
I got best friends. I really think that they're going to hit their stride in AEW. I really think that they were set up to fail in Ring of Honor just because Ring of Honor doesn't push any other tag team but the Briscoes. I think you're really going to see Trent Beretta really just become a machine. Chucky T, you can't go wrong with him. Best friends. I got best friends taking this one.
Yeah, I'm just curious about Private Party. I know that both of them were at the buy-in Battle Royale thing, but it was, short-lived for them. So we didn't get to see them perform that much. I never seen these guys before. I'm not sure if they were Ring of Honor or some other place before, the guys from Private Party. But I'm going to take a gamble and just give it to Private Party, see how they can go. But of course, SCU are very hardcore guys themselves. They'll have their hands full. Yep. It's the worst town we've ever been in. So now for the main card, the actual event, the one that, well, actually you don't have to pay for it. This is actually free, guys. You can watch it free on the feature report. I don't know why I'm talking because I'm not getting paid for it.
Are you going to pay for it? What are you going to pay?
I know. But I think I'm like them announcers that are whatever.
You can be, somebody in the, hey.
Well, we got them paying us.
Oh, yes. C4.
We got C4 paying us. So, okay, so the first match is the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega versus the Lucha Bros, and they revealed that the Laredo Kid is like their mystery guy. So who do you give it up for?
Man, Lucha Bros.
Wow,
and
really?
the Laredo Kid. I really, you want to build your, but then you got Kenny Omega.
I know.
Now let's go back to All In and let's discuss how good the Kenny Omega Penta match was.
Oh yeah, that was insane.
And how brilliant that was. Kenny Omega is a freaking legend, but but as Penta would say, zero nieto.
Yeah.
And I think Lucha Brothers takes it. I think Omega will be distracted by Mox somewhere. Because, they got their program coming up.
Oh, yeah, Moxley's going to probably come in and do something.
And I think Omega may not be at 100% still. But, if you watch a lot of Laredo Kid, that guy is great. So, I got Lucha and Laredo Kid.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to probably give it to Lucha and Laredo Kid because it might be too predictable that the Young Bucks and Omega might win. So it might make more sense. That because the Young Bucks got this personal beef with them, it might get them kind of distracted. They still got that plot line where they're like off their game some, and you brought up that good point. Kenny Omega still he's not at 100%. So yeah, I'll give it to the Lucha Bros and Laredo.
You gotta think Pentagon Jr. is Pentagon Jr. He can turn it on at any time. I think a lot of people forget how good he is because he's in this tag team. Yeah. But Ray Phoenix and Penta are absolute beasts under the bright lights, so let's not forget they just toppled the Young Bucks and took back their belts.
Yeah, they did.
And that match was a banger. So they're coming fresh off a win off the Bucks, so right now they've got the momentum. Omega just got taken out by Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that was what happens there. So then we got this is probably a landslide. We got Jon Moxley versus Joey Janela. And, I'm going to give it to Moxley. He's the hottest thing here. Now, the only thing I'm giving it, though, is that Penelope Ford might do some shenanigans on behalf of Joey Janela.
This is going to be a nod to CZW. I would not be surprised to see some light tubes be busted out in this match.
Yeah, most likely. Oh yeah, it's a non-sanctioned match. So I guess non-sanctioned match.
But Moxley's going to have his hands full with Janella.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that Janella has made himself really good at, it's taking an ass beating.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to... you're going to see Mox really get established in AEW with this match.
Yeah.
Expect blood.
Yeah.
This is the nice thing about AEW is they're not afraid of a little blood. Yeah. You get into a knockout, drag-out fight, you know what? People are going to bleed. You're not going to have some doctor shutting down the match and, 20,000 people not getting their money's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
People fight, they bleed.
And also for people that haven't been seeing Moxley before he became Ambrose, it is your chance to see him in action. I'm going to give it to Moxley because they just brought him in. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously it'll be a hell of a match.
Too much momentum on the side.
Yeah. They're gonna be all. I can already listen to all like the WWE fans being like, "Oh, they bring him over and he loses his first match. I don't think he won't lose."
Yeah, no. I mean, especially when he's got Kenny Omega looming at All Out. I really think that Janella is pretty much going to be almost he's going to almost be like the Tommy Dreamer of AEW in the sense that he's always in the mix.
Yeah.
He's always taking the ass beating.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he could still walk after what Orange Cassidy did to him, man. That was brutal.
Man, there's a reason Orange Cassidy's not on this card because, I mean, safety. I mean,
yeah.
those kicks, those kicks are bone-shattering.
I mean, I don't like him, man. He's too stiff a worker, man.
I mean, I've had to turn off my TV out of fear watching him. I mean, like, that's freshly squeezed fear,
Yeah, freshly squeezed savagery.
Orange Cassidy's the new Goldberg.
Yep.
That's, who's next?
Exactly. Who is next? And so yeah, I'm gonna give it to Moxley. We both agree, I think. The next one is Cody versus Darby Allin, who's a mystery guy.
Yeah, Darby Allin, from what I've seen, very unorthodox. I think this is almost going to be a come on kid, we're going to see what you got kind of match.
Yeah.
And I really think Cody is is basically setting out to give this kid a rub.
Yeah.
Cody's going to go over big time.
Yeah.
But I think the match is probably going to end in a handshake.
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking Cody's going to take it, but it'll just be like a hell of a good match to really show off what he can do.
Yeah. I mean, Darby Allin he's got a look to him. He's very, very unique character. I'm anxious to learn about this character and see it flesh out in AEW. But Cody's Cody. I mean,
Cody's going to win, but it'll be a hell of a match to really show off what Darby can do. And that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, having met Cody in person, I mean, he's great.
I'm posting screenshots if you say this. You got the picture somewhere. You got to meet Cody, the Young Bucks, and I forgot who else.
I almost got inducted. Chuck Rodriguez got almost inducted into the Bullet Club as El Chuckacabra, and I had the mask on and everything, and it was people were too scared. They were going to induct me, myself, and my partner Chico El Luchador.
Mm-hmm. Now my question is, whenever the Elite went to AEW and they didn't take Marty Scurll, why didn't they take Chuckacabra with them?
The story was we were on the road, and we all know about my long-standing love for fudge.
Oh yeah, we do.
There was a fudge stand, and I got addicted to fudge.
Wrestling or the fudge? Sorry, man. Fudge takes it. Oh man.
They couldn't handle me anyway.
You'd probably be too expensive. Anyways, now we got Hangman Page and Jungle Boy, we were talking about a little bit earlier, against Jimmy Havoc and MJF.
This is such an odd selection of opponents.
That's literally like random select in a video game.
What makes it odd, though, is the fact that Jimmy Havoc is in it.
Yeah.
And Jungle Boy is basically going to get the freaking tar kicked out of him.
I think so.
In this one, obviously Hangman's going to win this, but I think this is where you really get MJF over as your top heel. So it comes down to MJF or Hangman. I think Jimmy Havoc is great, but I really think. This is a crapshoot, honestly, because the thing about AEW is they don't want to give you what you're expecting almost.
Yeah,
and everybody's expecting Hangman to win. I think MJF possibly might take it via heel tactics and really put himself in the big picture.
I'm going for MJF and Jimmy Havoc, man. I'm really thinking they're gonna probably pull it off.
It's a 4-way match.
Obviously with cheesy things. Oh wait, it's a
4-way match. Yeah. It's a fatal 4.
They're not tag team. Oh.
No. Fatal 4-way.
I didn't. Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with MJF though.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the cheesiest guy there.
Yeah. Too bad that MJF, they don't have the full Dynasty group in there with him in AEW. Because have you seen Alexander Hammerstone?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I mean,
now one thing, did you see Jimmy Havoc doing the Shoryuken in the Battle Royale?
Yeah, that was
funny.
That was great.
I paused it, replayed. I'm like, did he just say that?
What's the over/under that Jimmy Havoc busts out the staple gun in the match?
Oh, dude, that's funny. That'd be crazy.
You look at Jimmy Havoc. Tell me, he does not remind you of Ozzy?
Yeah, he does a bit.
Yeah.
He basically him and Darby Allin look like what the Ascension should be.
For the Ascension. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend he didn't say that.
Well, I mean, they were over in NXT, but many people of NXT, when you go to the main roster,
too many hands in the cookie jar. You got old man fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll be talking about him in a bit. So then we got Christopher Daniels. He's the guy from SCU, right?
Yes.
Against Seema, who was the guy on the team from before. I don't know the name of that team. Weren't they the Bravehearts or something? I forgot. Well, those guys. The guys who fought against them in Double or Nothing.
Well, if you guys have kept up with BTE, they've really been focusing on a lot of SCU actually going over to China, where these guys are based. And you see the respect that they have for Seema and that whole group. So I think it's safe to say Daniels is really wanting to showcase these guys. I think Seema goes over, and I think it's a good 15-minute match. Obviously, there's a lot of respect between the two teams, but this is going to be Seema's big welcome to AEW. This is going to be, he's going to probably be one of their top international talents. But if you've seen this group out of China, there's a lot of talent there. They're really looking to showcase this group. And this is probably going to be one of the big attractions about AEW that's going to set it apart from, from pretty much anything you guys have seen before. I'm excited for that one. This one's possible banger alert on this one. I really think this might actually be a show stealer.
Yeah, I'm going to probably give it to Christopher Daniels. See what he can do.
You want to wage a cerveza on that?
There we go. Yeah, one cerveza on two cervezas on who's the winner there?
Orale Holmes.
There we go. And then finally here, it is a interesting topic here, which we shall handle with care and sensitivity.
You look at me like I'm very sensitive. I handle a lot of stuff with care.
Okay. And remember, we are on YouTube. We have Yuka Sakazaki, Riho, and Nyla Rose.
You called me a what?
Yes, so we got them three in the match here. And honestly, I feel bad for Yuka and Riho. They're tiny. I don't know what they can do. They're their best hope. Similar to their other match where they mostly kept Kamala Khan out of the match. Their best bet is to keep Nyla out of it and just fight amongst themselves.
I really am a big fan of Native Beast. And if you know her story, she's a trans athlete, but from all accounts, we live in a time here, I'm going to handle this with care here, but, people are bigots. But this is what I like about AEW is everybody gets a chance pretty much.
Yeah.
She gets a platform to really, there's people just like her out there that feel ostracized, they feel excluded by society, and they have no inspiration. I think seeing her come out here and really serve as that light, I think it's fantastic. And I'm all for it. I think she takes this one. I think she's pretty much going to be your you're heavy in the division.
Yeah.
I think, I want a program between her and Awesome Kong.
Yeah, uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. I just, what a story she has. What a character she has. She's an inspiration to those who, are just like her, that, feel like they've served no purpose, that, that are looking for an identity, and more power to her, and big ups to AEW for making sure that she gets a platform.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Chuck Rodriguez got deep.
We do, man. Yeah, that's another thing I do want to say with AEW. I mean, yeah, they're open to everyone, man. Everyone gets a shot. It's and another good thing is nowadays what a lot of people are doing is whenever something like this happens, they're doing it for the wrong reason. They're doing it for like the headlines. Look how progressive we are. Look how diverse we are. But like
it's almost like it's like the old DDP self high five thing. They're giving their really like it's almost like they're grandstanding.
Yeah.
And just do the right freaking thing, man. From the beginning, just quote Bill and Ted, just be excellent to each other.
Yeah, and Cody said himself, we're not doing it for that, we're doing it for the wrestling. Nyla Rose is a talented wrestler, we're bringing her in for the wrestling, and not for anything like that. That's what there hasn't been, in case you guys are curious, no headlines or no whatever, because it's not about that. It's about like the skill and the awesomeness that AEW can deliver.
So, I mean, more power to her. And if Nyla Rose can, be that light for those who feel like that they have to basically live in the shadows their whole life.
Yeah.
Just because they're different. You know? I mean, this is cool. And I think Sonny Kiss, I want to give big props to Sonny Kiss. I really think that's a unique character, and I'm very much looking forward to him being showcased.
Yeah.
I just, well, I want to get on a tangent here, and I want to tell Jim Cornette he can go fuck himself.
Yeah,
for his comments about Sonny Kiss. I think Jim Cornette is outdated in this industry. I think his comments were, he's just a piece of shit bigot, and I think he deserved everything he got from Sami Callihan. He had spit on. Again, big props to AEW for giving these two a shot to really show their contributions to the craft. As a wrestling fan, I'm privileged to get to see it.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, I heard about that shit. That made me just like turn my head like, oh, dude, when I read the quoted comments.
You know what we do? We pay no attention to Jim Cornette. You know what we do? We consume nothing Jim Cornette is part of. MLW is as good as they are starting to become. Mm-hmm. I will not be watching any MLW until Jim Cornette is off the program.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Nyla Rose because I honestly feel bad for Yuka and Riho because I don't really see like I say their best shot is to get her out of the ring and keep her out and fight amongst themselves because I don't really see what they can do to Nyla. Riho may look like she has some skill, but Yuka, as adorable as she is, she's kind of like the what can I say? The weakest link.
She's gonna be the bump monkey in this match for sure.
I think so. Yeah. She's adorable. She does like anime mannerisms, but she's not exactly.
Nyla just wrestled in Altoona.
Oh.
For Eclipse Pro Wrestling, they brought her in, and I didn't even know about it until I seen the ad for it. I would have went,
wow.
But yeah, she was just in the area.
Which Altoona is also where the Sci-Fi Valley Con is, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
There you go. Yep. So, yeah, those are the matches we're seeing. There was supposed to be a match, I believe they said there was one between Leva Bates and I think Ali, but for some reason the website still hasn't, updated yet. But if it's true...
Leva Bates is actually going to be giving birth to my child in about 10 months. I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, so given that, we'll give it to Ali, because...
This is on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll just not elaborate and move on.
Yes, but I'm going to give it to Ali because she's a firecracker. I'm still I'm excited about the match I saw with her against Rosemary in...
I've been looking forward to Allie's debut. I
Yeah.
just think she's a superb talent.
Yeah.
That was very much underutilized. I think with the... Let's go back to TNA a few years back where they had this group called the Dollhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Featured Allie, featured Jade, who went on to become Mia Yim.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you know, Allie had a good run in Impact, but...
As Cherry Bomb.
As Cherry Bomb, and as Allie, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But never, WWE just didn't feel that, for whatever reason, that she was worth signing.
Yep.
AEW is going to show why that is a colossal mistake.
Yeah, I saw her wrestle at Rice Wrestling, and when I saw Rosemary versus Allie, I felt bad for her. But then when she got in there, she was just busting her up and throwing her into chairs and junk. And I'm like, holy shit, you know, it was like, yeah. So I can't wait to see her wrestle now here in AEW. That's the thing I like about AEW, gives me the chance to actually see Kenny Omega perform, and, you know, Allie, and anyone else that I've only seen once or twice in other promotions. Now I got a place to like watch them. You know, more often.
They have a platform, and I'm really happy for these performers here because they are going to finally be in a position where they can make some good money. They can make a living. They can, you know, and without having to essentially kill themselves 300 days out of the year. You know, these people can have families. These people can. You know, this is really AEW is going to revolutionize the industry. What you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of athletes right now that are signed in the WWE, which you're starting to see this, that they're not
happy.
They're not happy,
but they're realizing their will.
But they're realizing they don't have to take this, and eventually their contracts come up, and the WWE is going to be in a place where, hey, they need these stars.
Can you imagine Luke Harper cutting loose in AEW?
Oh man, Brody Lee.
Yeah.
I mean, whew. I mean, here's the thing. Harper's 39 years old. His contract's going to be up early next year. I think. I mean, heck, Daniels is pushing 50. He's still going.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, once Harper gets on the Indies, he's going to be a world champ.
Yeah, he's going to be awesome. And also, there was, I'm trying to remember who else wanted to get out. Oh, look at EC3, they're wasting his talent, man.
That's god-awful. It's an absolute travesty. I mean, if you've seen his work in Impact even a few years ago with Kurt Angle and how good that was.
Yeah.
And now you see that they're basically making him be a prop for the New Day, like they did he gets attacked from behind and the New Day basically weekend at Bernie's his ass.
Yeah.
And it's, no. I've also met EC3 too. He's a very class individual. And he deserves a lot better than what he's currently getting right now.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man, and these people can't leave because the contracts don't expire, like they won't let them leave, until, like they force them to stay, not to use them. That's another thing I don't like about WWE. Like, why are they even still keeping you, I guess, hostage? They're not even using you. You're like not on TV, you're not doing anything.
Let's also flip the script too and see what else WWE is doing. It seems like, and this is apparent, if you see how the NXT tapings are going, it seems apparent that they are signing guys just for the purpose of signing guys and keeping them off the indies. If you look at how many people that are being signed to NXT that are not being used regularly, how many times have you seen Keith Lee wrestle on TV? I'm thinking about 4 or 5 times. He has not been on a takeover. Keith Lee is one of the top names in the industry right now that came off the indies, and you're treating him like he's a freaking joke.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. And then, of course, like, no matter how big they are, they become jokes when they're brought over to the main roster. Like, why even bring EC3 to the main roster if you're going to do that to them?
And you see what's happening now. They're starting to bring guys back from the main roster.
Yeah.
Tyler Breeze, who is the first, and probably he is the prime example of being misused on the main roster.
Fashion Police.
He comes back, and people haven't forgotten how good he was. We got to see how good he was. He reaffirmed that in that great match that he had with Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Breeze is going to be that guy now that you're going to see really helping establish the younger talent.
Yeah.
I think he's in the best possible place for himself. He just opened a training school with Ty Dillinger. So big on him.
Now they're Black too, man. Look at her treating him.
Oh no, I think they know Black's money. I think they're not going to screw that up. But the whole, come knock on my door, like this is Three's company. You're competitive. I mean, just book a match. I see. The thing is about the main roster, they're getting too storyline driven.
Yeah.
They need to focus on the wrestling. This is why I am a huge fan of NXT UK, because that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. You've got Walter, who is just far and above the best thing right now on that brand. With the Imperium stable, which is basically, an offshoot of the stable that he had in WXW.
Yeah.
And then, Pete Dunne and all. I mean,
Rhea Ripley. She's
Rhea
awesome.
Ripley, Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Dave Mastiff. I think he's one of my favorite big guys right now in wrestling. He just moves for such a burly fellow.
Dude, yeah.
So, NXT UK is in a good place. NXT is in a good place. I just think they're too, chock full of talent right now.
Yeah.
My only problem with NXT is there's no room for anybody to really, unless they move to a 2-hour show, which I think right now we're running into an oversaturation of wrestling.
But the problem is also WWE has too many people they don't even use. Then all of a sudden, like after some event, it's like, hey, let's bring in 10 more from NXT. Let's bring in 5 more here. Let's introduce some in Royal Rumble and bring.
And here's
some
how
more.
they're doing it. They're bringing them in a random fashion with no vignettes.
Mm-hmm.
I want the old school, let me.
Razor Ramon vignettes, man. Remember those?
Oh yeah, yeah. Where he's in the restaurant and the waiter brings the check over to him and and he's like, you know who I am,
Mm-hmm.
But here's my favorite vignettes: the Goldust intros.
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
When he's basically in front of that, the Hollywood sign, and he's like, Hollywood, where people come make a name of themselves, and but he's speaking in a lot of these old movie quotes and really just building the intrigue in that character. And then you see as his career progressed, he was probably one of the best psychological wrestlers ever.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I'm really glad that he wasn't just a one-time thing. I'm really glad that the match, it was awesome at Double or Nothing, but I'm glad it wasn't like his retirement match. I'm glad he's actually sticking around. He's gonna be involved more.
Even if he's not wrestling, I think he's going to be invaluable as almost like a road agent. You want somebody like Dustin Rhodes on your roster, be it backstage or on air.
Yeah.
Just for the knowledge he has alone. I mean, he's Dusty's kid.
Yeah.
You want that knowledge to be passed down, and Dustin is more than willing to provide it.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see them go against the Young Bucks. That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be pretty great. And honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Cody and Dustin maybe becoming, first ever tag champs.
There you go. That'd be awesome. I would not object to that. So, yeah, guys, those are the matches we got so far going on here, and we'll see what happens. We'll do some comparisons later. Of course, you're watching the full video now, but later on, after I do my regular review of the event, I'll just kind of, we'll compare what we said now with what actually happened and what surprises might come up. Like you said, you may have Moxley going after Kenny Omega. Maybe later that night, Kenny Omega comes back to attack Moxley. We got things that may happen.
Also, Jericho. Also, the other thing to also think about too, Pac.
Oh.
Pac, at some point, I think, makes an appearance.
He's still on the website. I keep checking the roster. He's still there, despite him not being able to make it here, and he's still on the roster. So
we'll see what happens.
what happens. So anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here, and this is...
El Chuckacabra.
Yep, a.k.a. Chuck Rodriguez. And yeah, this is Mark and Chuck. Mark's Wrestling Aftershock Reviews, where it's still real to us. See you next time.